everybody, Terry Carl Joyedian here, and I am super stoked, is that a word? I wanted to say stoked, about Law 34, the less you have, the more you gain. I thought that the previous laws were going to be my favorites because they seem to really be pinpointing joy, but this one pairs joy with minimalism, and I love it. As always, Dave Asprey of Game Changers talks about a couple different experts that he's interviewed, and this section is all about getting rid of stuff and people who thought that what they were doing was working. They thought they were doing what society was telling them to do, and they were finding themselves really unhappy, and they started giving things away, and it changed their lives. And that makes so much sense to me because I had that experience when I walked the Camino almost 2 years ago, where everything that I was responsible for was on my back or on my body. Everything that I could possibly need was in my backpack or was being provided to me when I would go to the hostel or go to the restaurant or stop for a snack or whatever. And it was such an amazing experience. If that's appealing at all to anyone walking for days, living as a backpacker, solo traveling, group traveling, if that's appealing, do it. It's just an incredible experience. And I actually got a little obsessive compulsive about the experience. I was obsessed with not having anything extra in my pack. And one of my blog posts that I've written talks a little bit about that, where I'm just obsessing because I accidentally packed an extra lip gloss and I wasn't even sure I was going to need one. I did end up needing one. And I did end up giving one of them away. But just everything in my bag, I would just look through it each day and make sure I didn't have anything extra because weight adds up. Because one of the guidebooks I was reading beforehand told me, I really took that to heart. I made sure I was only carrying what I needed to carry. So I love this. I love this talk about minimalism. I can feel the difference when I clear space, when I move things out. It does free things up in your mind, in your heart. It does free things up for you to allow what you want in. You can really think about what gives you joy. Marie Kondo talks about going through items in your house, and I've tried this before, where you ask if it brings you joy. Sometimes I'll even just hold it and be like, joy, and I'll just see like how I feel, like how the object feels. And if I get a good feeling, then I keep it. If I don't, then I drop it. You can also go faster. At the end of the chapter, like there always is, there are 3 action items. There's also usually recommended, or there is always recommended listening and reading, and I usually don't pay attention to those because the book is so much in itself and it's already a snapshot, a summary of these things that he's suggesting. But I think I may actually come back to this and look at these books since I love minimalism so much. One of them is Minimalism, Live a Meaningful Life, and one of them is The Power of No, because one little word can bring health, abundance, and happiness. I'm not sure if that's related to minimalism or not, but it's in this chapter, so I may check those out. And for action items, he says make a commitment to getting rid of at least one item every day for the next 30 days. I think that's a great idea. There's a challenge that was mentioned in this chapter of starting with one item and the next day doing 2 items, the next day doing 3, and pairing up with a partner. That's awesome. I've found when I've tried challenges like this that sometimes it's hard for me to remember to stick with it. So I think putting the idea of at least one item that you're either giving away or you're throwing away or you're using up is a great goal. And if you miss a day, go right back to it. And if you want to give away more, great. Today, after reading this chapter again, I went crazy and I started with my bathroom and I think I got rid of like 10 things in there. And I'm going to be consolidating some other things. And I think we all, maybe not, but a lot of us have sections in our house where we store things, where we have that trapped energy. Like for me, it's my my bookshelf, these books that I just don't want to part with because maybe the library doesn't have them and I'm going to read them at some point. Or some of my tutoring materials, or that junk drawer, or there's that shelf in the garage, or that movie shelf, or the basement. Probably have at least one section of the basement or the attic. So there's plenty to pick from. I've gone through things in the house multiple times, just a big run through of everything, especially when I came back from the Camino. I started doing that more, and there's always room for more. There's always a recycling of energy that needs to be moving things out and moving things in. So I welcome you to try that. If you do, please comment, let me know how that's going for you at any time, any of these videos. And if you've missed the previous videos, check them out. They're in this playlist. We are continuing on until the end. I believe there are 46 laws. We'll see, so we're getting close now. And if you like this video, like it. If you subscribe, if you're watching on YouTube, then you get to see everything that comes out. I do aim to put videos out Monday through Friday every day at this time of making this video. So please subscribe so you can check those out, and we'll see you again for the next one. Much love and many blessings to you all. Bye now.